Hi fellow planners, my name is Nicole. Thank you for joining me here today on this channel while I set up my new portfolio. Stephanie from Planning to Prosper has released her new planning portfolios. As you can see here on her shop on Etsy, we have the black one, neutral, the pretty and the bold. I went for the black one so that I can change it up whenever I want to. And I've already downloaded it and I've already set it up. And then I didn't want to film setting it up because I had a lot of personal information to put in it, and I wanted to play around with different templates and different things, and I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to include. So I thought it was best if I just had the time on my own to go ahead and do that. I already had a folder portfolio type of system where I keep everything that I don't want to have to set up in my 1 month planners. So that includes long-term collections, annual collections, and anything that I want to keep a track of on an annual basis. So I went ahead and set up the portfolio. But I did not, and then I thought that I'd like to make a YouTube video to show others what I'm including in it and how I've set that up. But I didn't want to show everybody all of my personal information. So I went ahead and copied it and then just removed all of my personal information. And I've just sort of added a few little bits of fake information just to show you how I might use things. So yeah, let's jump straight in. I was so excited to set this up. It was exactly what I needed a portfolio to give me. So let's see, we'll go through the sections. I haven't decorated because I don't tend to do that in my portfolio. I like it to be quite basic and just include the information that I need. And so yeah, I haven't changed colours of anything. I haven't added any colours. For now, I quite like it simple and black and white. So let's jump in. First off on one, we have annual. And this is where I want to keep all of my annual information that doesn't tend to change. So I can just sort of add to it and change things as needed, but I need the same information on every single year, if that makes any kind of sense. So first off, we have birthdays. So I used this template. I've already filled this out and I'm finding the portfolio that I had was in portrait, but I've decided from now I'm going to try landscape. So I pulled over all of the information and was really pleased that it still fits in really nicely in the boxes. On some of them I have sort of about 7 or 8 birthdays and anniversaries to add, and it fits perfectly. So next we have dates, and this is where I put everything that I want to remember long term on an annual basis. So things like when the MOT is being done, events that I want to remember, like say I buy a new washing machine. I like to put that in here so that I can keep track of how old it is or when warranties run out, that kind of thing. I like to keep when someone gets married or sort of or when someone dies, sort of all of that kind of information that on a yearly basis I would transfer this into that year's calendar. Next we have my calendar. So I love this calendar. This is the perpetual calendar from P2P. And I use this on a monthly basis, as I say, to then transfer the information to my 1 month planner. I just find this absolutely brilliant and very easy to navigate. And if I want to go back to the beginning, I just go on to the January and then slide across and I'm back to here. Okay, so now let's go to number 2, where I have health. This is where I keep all of our health trackers. I've blanked this one out. This one is the story of mine and my husband's journey together so far. Then we have measurements for the whole family. So these are really handy. Keeping everyone's measurements all in one place. And then we we have my menstrual tracker. I didn't mind sharing this, so this is my actual one so far for this year. And here's last year's. Then we have my migraine tracker, this year's so far, and last year's. And then lastly, I have what I call love for me and my husband. I've removed that information. Right, now we go into number 3, which is medical. And here I'm keeping an appointment tracker. This is just really basic. I did look through some of the templates but couldn't find one that I wanted to use, so I'm just keeping this really basic. And in mine I've got one for each member of the household and for my cat and my dog. Okay, now we go on to number 4, which is my notes section. Now this is information that I need to keep long term. At the moment I have, I've just put in an example for you, but in mine I have things like where things are hidden, things that I need to remember, anything where I think I'll forget that if I don't make a note of it, that goes in here. And then on the next page in mine I have all of the information for our cars. Then we go on to number 5, which is pets. And it's just any information that I might want to keep about my cat and my dog. In mine, I have things like when her seasons were, when she was vaccinated, when she's vaccinated, when the next one is due, all of that kind of information about my dog and then my cat. Okay, now number 6 is lists. And we have a gift tracker, which I find really useful. And then on to a make a list. Number 7 is where we now jump to the 2024 information and go straight in with the yearly calendar. And then the same as the dates for the long-term collection, I keep a yearly one where at the end of the year I can then transfer this information into anything. Because like I might want to make a note of it being Ben Stag in July, but I wouldn't want to transfer that over to long term. So this is more of an account of just this year's activities, etc. Hope that makes sense. Right, now we go on to number 8, which is wages. And here I have just a really simple form to write down my husband's wages. And in mine, I then include the dates. And the activity is just an example of one. So it gives us lots of space over the month to add in what jobs he does. And number 9 is info for 2024. So we have purchases, decorating. So I've written down all of where I've decorated, what paints and etc. All information that I might need to keep. And then we have an information page here on, I can never remember how to do a crash report for Zoom notes, so I have that stored here. And then we have things about my Etsy shop. I keep on this one just a running track of what I've sold. And that's it. Number 10 is currently blank. And if I click on the bottom there, it takes us back to the top here. Now so this is just my basic information that I've put in so far. If I click on Planner Portfolio, it takes us to the template page. As you can see, I've filled out the index. And down the bottom here, we have all of the templates. And aren't they just amazing? Thank you, Stephanie. And there's just so many to choose from, so many things that I think that I might like to do. Like there's some great ones in lifestyle that I think I might like to use. especially like the TV series tracker one, I think is very useful. And lots of things in the health and fitness. I think I might like to use one of the symptom tracker charts. So yes, so much fun stuff, and it's so easy to navigate on here. As you saw, if you click on the top, you go to the index. You can use the index to click onto folders, and if you click at the bottom, it goes back to the folder. I've put a cover on mine using a black and white stick from the sticker kit. Created a little folder, and so yeah, I have lots more. I've only used 9 out of 18 folders, so I've used half of it so far. I'm thinking that I'll probably need, say I allow 2 lines for 2024 and then 2 lines for 2025, and then I'd probably just leave all of this information here and maybe mow out the 24 and 25 and put that on to a new portfolio, and then can carry on in here. And then could just transfer those years onto the other one, if that makes sense. Anyway, I better go and see to my barking dog. I hope that's been of some help to someone. Hope you're all enjoying setting up your portfolios, and hope to see you back here again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.